So they went after a World War I memorial, tore down the American flag, set it on fire, spray painted Gaza over the statue, and then hung a Palestinian flag over it. I'm not a fan of just baseless police brutality, but if there's ever been a reason for the police to come in and just beat the living shit, I'm talking put everyone there in the hospital. What more proof do you need? This is not about Palestine. This is a hostile takeover of the United States. Anthony Rogers pointed this out the other day. All of the tents at these protests look exactly the same. If these were people that were coming on their own accord, they'd have all kinds of different tents. No, you have cheap, like Walmart tents, all with green tops. Someone is funding this, and it's George Soros. We've talked about it because he's a communist. He wants to burn the country down and rebuild it in his Marxist utopian dream set. So, this is a hostile takeover of the United States. And I know it's super easy for us to sit here and watch them go after the Met Gala and terrorize Alec Baldwin and tear up universities and say, you know what? These colleges and these celebrities in the media, this is the monster they've created. Now they're reaping what they've sown. The chickens are coming home to roost. I completely agree with you. They did create these monsters. They fanned these flames for a long time. They put these garbage ideologies in their heads. But the problem is, this needs to get stamped out now. Because if it doesn't, this doesn't stop at colleges and celebrities. This moves on from colleges and celebrities to private businesses, where they show up and they start terrorizing laundromats and dry cleaners in areas that have nothing to do with any of this. Because this is the modern day version of Mao's Red Guard, which we've covered in detail. We had a show, if you look up a show, I don't even, like 100 episodes ago called or 40 episodes ago called The Woke Red Guard. We covered that in detail. Go watch a documentary on it. You'll learn a lot. There's a lot of eerie similarities about what's going on right now, where they got these young college kids that had nothing else going on for them. State took over the educational system, turned them against their parents and all the old, all the religions and everything like that. And they just turned them loose on everybody, and they killed hundreds of millions of people. It's the same thing going on here. We're in where you're watching. Look up the Cultural Revolution, because you are living in the early stages of it. And it didn't take that long in China. It's not going to happen in your kid's lifetime. Unless you're like 89 years old, it's going to happen in your lifetime if we let this get out of control. They will absolutely go door to door and start killing people if we let this get out of control. That's where this leads, because it goes from colleges and celebrities to, once they've eaten all of their own, they're going to start getting hungrier, right? The snake's always going to continue to get hungry. They're going to move on to private businesses. Then they're going to move on to government buildings. Then they're going to be at your door. And you ain't going to be able to call the cops, because they'll have taken over the government by that point. Whether politically or violently, I don't know. But they'll have taken over. Politically. And when they're at your door, I mean, yeah, you can say, I'll just shoot them, but, well, no, you won't. You're going to shoot all 50 of them? Good luck. So this needs to get stomped out now. This needs to get shut down and broken up and have the people that are committing crimes arrested and actually tried. Not like in Seattle, where you had the judge drop the charges against people that blocked the highway for 4 hours. God knows how many people died of heart attacks sitting in ambulances because of these pieces of shit. And decided to press charges against anyone that tried to fight back. Actually prosecute these people to the full extent of the law. There's evidence that there's a woman that's a wife of the leader of a Middle Eastern terrorist group. She was on these college campuses. How the hell did she get into this country? I'll give you one guess. It's completely insane. This needs to get stomped out now, because it does not stop at college campuses. This ends at your doorstep. It starts at college campuses, ends at your front door. History repeats itself. Step by step, they are copying Mao's Cultural Revolution. Watch a couple documentaries. Go listen to our episode about that where we broke it down. To a T, they are copying the Cultural Revolution. And that ended with a lot of people getting killed. And a lot of those people that carried these acts out are still alive today. And they say, yeah, that's what they told us to do. I was just on board with the movement, man. It's the revolution. We were getting rid of the four olds. This is real stuff that actually happened. There's people that witnessed it happen, people that partook in it, that'll tell you what happened. And we're watching foreign infiltrators like the World Economic Forum, like George Soros, copy the formula, except they've studied the few places they went wrong and they've made a few adjustments to it. They're copying the formula and replicating it here. But they are intending to get it right this time because they have two things that Mao didn't. They have something that they can reference, which was the first time Mao did it, and they have mass media. So it's a lot easier to get their message out to a lot of people and get more people to gather in more places and become even more of a menace. So when I see the police go in there and beat the shit out of these kids and take them to jail in Florida and Texas, and when I see, because this is actually more important, when I see the Arizona police hire other college kids to go in there and beat the shit out of these kids because they don't want to do it and get in trouble, I actually support that. Because this isn't about civil liberties. This isn't about right and wrong. This isn't about Palestine and This isn't about Palestine and Israel. This is about right and wrong. This is about stopping communism before it overtakes our country through the youth and kills a whole bunch of us. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be on the chopping block because I ain't going to a work camp, man. They can kill me before they put me there. I'm not going down like that. It's just not happening. I'm not going to a work camp where I live under some fucking soy boy that makes Starbucks lattes for a living. And he tells me what to do. That's not happening. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.